Secondly, my knowledge that I gained surrounding Newton's laws helped ensure that I got merit in my post test. Newton's first law states that an object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by a force. Putting this into context with our swimming program, an example is pushing off the wall in a streamlined position. The body position must be in a streamlined horizontal position to achieve the most efficient push-off. This streamlined horizontal position creates less drag, so the water, which is the resistance force, is not acting on the body as much. The push off the wall is the thrust or propulsive force, which, according to Newton's law, would keep the swimmer in motion if there wasn't another force acting upon the swimmer. But unfortunately for the swimmer, there is. This is the resistance force or drag, which is the water. Therefore, the swimmer's thrust must be greater than the resistance force to allow the swimmer to stay in motion. Newton's second law states that force equals mass times acceleration. This law explains the connection between force and acceleration. For example, if you push or pull something, it starts moving the bigger force you apply. The more acceleration you get, and the longer you apply the force, the bigger the change in momentum you can achieve. This is relevant to my swimming program, as I applied force into my strokes, the quicker I accelerated in the water, and also the longer my strokes were, the more I accelerated. Being aware of this law helped me adapt my swimming style to incorporate longer stroke lengths, so that I accelerated quicker with less energy expelled. Newton's third law states that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. This was applied in my swimming, as every stroke I completed, this law was applied. As my hand travelled downward in the water and then backwards, it created an opposite reaction which propelled me forward in the water. Having the knowledge of this law was very beneficial, as I learnt that the more effort I put into each stroke, the more force was released behind me, and therefore propelling me forward in the water, and propelling me through the water faster, as the action of putting more force into my stroke had an equal and opposite reaction on the water, propelling me forward. This law also applied as I pushed off the wall. I learnt that if I pushed off the wall in a streamlined body position every length, I would save up to 5 strokes per length, which equates to 80 strokes per 400 meters. To do this, I needed to ensure my wall touch was fast and I explode out off the wall to get into a good streamlined body position under the weight, which saved me significant time and energy. I was lucky enough to have learnt these principles of biomechanics within my first 3 training sessions, as shown in my diary. This knowledge substantially benefited my program, as I was aware of what needed to be incorporated into my program to ensure I got merit. I found that the visual diagrams on the board and acting out of each motion/principle from Mr. Bone and Mr. Parr helped cement these ideas in my head, so that I was thinking about them when I was swimming. And as a result, I found myself constantly correcting myself to include these principles and ensure that I reach my overall goal.